Good morning. Welcome to your Sunday morning, early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, America's kick-ass coach and psychologist, here with some words for us to ponder during the course of the day. And this card came from the Power of Surrender deck by Dr. Judith Orloff. And our card for the day is Surrender Your Ego. And I have to tell you funny, as I was typing it in, it auto-populated egg roll. Surrender your egg roll. No. We'll surrender our ego instead. I'd like to keep the egg roll. So, a couple of nice deep breaths. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. And we have been doing this long enough that most of you, when you start to breathe like that, should automatically feel the relaxation response kick in. That's the lovely thing about practicing that kind of deep breathing, is it gets to the point where it will automatically trigger the relaxation response. Good morning, Cheryl. Glad you are here. Welcome. Our card, just to reiterate, is from the Power of Surrender deck by Judith Orloff. And surrender your ego. Surrender your ego. So let's see what it has to tell us. Welcome to whomever else just popped on. Glad you are here. We just did a couple of nice deep breaths to settle in. Here are the words. Surrender your ego. Cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. And most of us like to have some logical understanding of why something is the way it is. My explanation for why surrendering your ego is a good idea is the ego is by definition very limited. It operates from the playing not to lose perspective instead of, good morning, Carolyn, glad you are here. Today we are surrendering our ego. But the ego comes from that very limited perspective of I'm going to do whatever keeps things the same, whatever doesn't allow me to grow, what keeps me in my comfort zone. And by definition, that creates limitation, right? So when we come from our heart and soul, that's the area of expansion. That's where we're playing to win, and not win in the competitive sense, but we're going full on in life. We're really showing up, and we're not hesitating and hedging our bets and protecting ourselves and all that stuff that creates the boundaries, creates the barriers, not boundaries, barriers and limitations that keep us playing small in life. So how do you know if you're in your ego or if you're in your heart and soul? Pay attention to how you feel. Pay attention to the words that come out of your mouth. Well, I'm just going to, circle that baby. That's one that is indicating that you're probably coming from the ego place. If you feel kind of like a shoulders dropping and tightening and a rolling forward, those would be bodily signals that you're coming from ego instead of from heart and soul. If there's a force to it, a push, doing battle kind of a feel, that would be a cue you're also coming from ego. Welcome to whomever else just popped on. Glad you're here. If you hear words of limitation coming out of your mouth, I can't, but, all that kind of stuff, those are signs you're coming from your ego. So once you have a sense that it's a thought, an approach, a perspective coming from ego, what do you do with it? First thing I would suggest that you do is breathe. So let's just do that now. I want you to think about some area of your life where you're playing not to lose. Let's say it's work. I'm playing not to get fired instead of I'm playing to advance as far as I can advance in this position, this career, this job, this business, whatever it is. So if you're playing not to get fired, that would be one. So I want you to think of an area in your life where you're not fully showing up. And this is one of those times where it's calling you to be as honest with yourself as you can be, to acknowledge what you've been pretending not to know, okay? All right? And so then I want you to just take a couple of nice deep breaths and pay attention to where in my body do I feel this limitation? Do I feel this playing not to lose? Do I feel this I'm not fully showing up? Just pay attention. For me, oftentimes it's a tightness in my solar plexus, which makes total sense. That's your power center. If you're not fully showing up, you're not engaging all of your power center, right? Where is it for you, though? You may have a different place. You might feel it in your hands. You might feel it in the middle of your third eye, whatever. So then I want you to direct your breath right to that point. Just breathing deeply and easily. And your conscious mind may try to misdirect you, may try to get you to take another sip of coffee right now, or stop breathing because I'm talking, or whatever. But just stick with the breath. Return yourself to the breath over and over and over. Just breathe right there. And you might begin to feel some of those yeah buts, what ifs, oh no's popping up. Random thoughts, just breathe into them. Be that curious observer. Be the one who wants to know what's there. What is there? Kind of like you're cleaning out the junk drawer and you want to clean all the way to the back. Make sure you get all the yuck out of there. Get the vacuum, suck all the cooties up from the corners, right? Wipe it out. Make it nice again. That's what we're doing. We're cleaning out that ego limitation that you've identified. Breathing into it. That one hung up, so breathe again. And those kinds of things will happen. You'll exhale and you'll cough, or something will interfere with the free flow of the breath. Just keep breathing past that point then, all right? Just breathe past it. So now what I want to do is a round of tapping. The purpose for the tapping is to release the limitation connected with whatever you're working on, all right? And I'm not going to use words because everybody's going to be doing something different, but if words pop into your head, let them be there, and just use the tapping as the way to clear it. So we start by tapping on the side of the hand by the baby finger, karate chop spot, and just tap there for a bit. And that's sort of an automatic reset button, and you can use that whenever you want to use it. If you have a thought that keeps rolling through your head and you can't get rid of it, tap this spot. Okay, now the inside corner of your eyebrows. If you wear glasses, it's easier to do it without, but I'm not going to take mine off at this point. Outside corner of the eyes. And you can do one side or the other side or both. I like doing both, but you don't have to. Under the eyes. Keep the breath going. Under the nose. Under the mouth. The collarbone spot. And the collarbone spot is one you really want to get familiar with, kind of like Tarzan, because it really flushes out a lot of anxiety. This is a good spot to tap to release anxiety. Under the arms, like where the bra strap runs across. For guys, you're going to have to figure it out on your own. I call this the monkey. And then around the crown of your head. And then take a nice deep breath. Let it go. Good morning, Diane. Check back in with that spot in your body where you were holding that limitation, that ego limitation, the playing not to lose, the yeah buts, the what ifs, the oh no's, all that stuff, and see if it feels any lighter, more open, looser, free-flowing, whatever word fits for you, okay? And you can just keep doing that pattern over and over and over again. You can put words to it. Traditionally, what you do is you start with the negative words. So it could be things like, I'm playing not to lose, I'm too afraid to step out of the box, I'm staying in my comfort zone, all that stuff. Do that for a round or two, then start shifting to what you want to have be true instead. I am an expansive being, open to new experiences, whatever comes to mind. Some people like to write a script out ahead of time. I've done this for so many years, the words just fly out of my mouth. So Once you practice it up, it'll get much easier. But you can create a script. If you want more information about the tapping, go check out thetappingsolution.com. They have an app for your phone. They have a lot of free materials. It's awesome stuff, okay? And it's very helpful in this particular kind of a situation where you're working to release something that's a limitation and open up much greater possibilities in your life. So that's your mission for today. Mess around with this idea of stepping out of ego and into gratitude, into faith and trust, into heart and soul, and see what happens. Just even do it for the day and notice the difference. Have an awesome day. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. And if you would like to get these YEMIGs, your early morning intuitive guidance, via email, just send the word yes to Bonnie at empowerment and purpose, all little letters, all spelled out, .com. And I will add you to my Facebook list or my email list, and you will get these every day. See you again tomorrow. Bye.